Hi there, this is Lukasz for Tech Travel Geeks. We're just back from our trip to Singapore and China, and we've definitely done some shopping around there. This video is about one of the most exciting items I brought from this trip. As you might know, DJI is a Chinese company, which actually has a headquarters in Shenzhen. On our last day there, we visited their flagship store, and I walked out of the brand new DJI Mavic Mini. I had to get a new drone since my previous one, the Mavic Air, crashed into a river in Scotland recently, so I had to get a replacement. And where better to get a new drone than directly from DJI? The box is very similar to previous DJI boxes. It's the Fly More combo version with extra batteries and accessories, and this time they managed to fit everything into one small box. Let's see what we get there. First off, we get the carrying bag, which is actually quite large, but it looks great. We'll check it in just a moment. We then get two pairs of propeller guards. I'm not sure how much I'll be using it though. A charger, in my case for the Chinese market. Some instructions, which I'll definitely read thoroughly. As well as 3 lithium-ion batteries with a capacity of 24 mAh, which is actually a bit more than the Mavic Air ones. This is reflected in the maximum time of flight, rated at 30 minutes, similar to recent Mavic 2 drones, and much better than 21 for the Mavic Air and 27 minutes for the Mavic Pro. That's really fantastic news. The travel carrying case is different this time. Now there's a single padded box with spaces for the remote, charger, and the drone itself. It looks great and will definitely come in handy when traveling. I'm yet to see if, for longer trips, I'll take it with me or just carry the drone in the Mavic Air case and the remote and chargers separately to minimize the footprint. Either way, it's great to have an all-in-one box like this. Inside we find the drone itself. Just look how tiny it is. More about it in a moment. Then there's the charger. This time you put the batteries directly into it rather than on it. It has a number of improvements compared to the previous ones. It can be charged using a micro USB cable rather than being plugged in, so you can charge it with your normal phone charger, for example in the car, without the need of a custom car charger or using a power bank. When transported, the batteries fit into the charger so they take less space, and it can be used as a power bank in a situation where your remote or phone battery dies and you couldn't fly it anymore. There's also a wee screwdriver. As it turns out, it's for removing and attaching propellers. They used to pop in and out before, so it's a bit of a change. For the Fly More combo, you also get 3 sets of 4 propellers, rather than just once per set, which is great, plus some screws. What else? There's a micro USB cable, a few cables to connect your phone, USB-C, Lightning and micro USB, depending on your phone model. We also get 2 spare joysticks for the remote, in case you lose them. We then get the remote for the drone. It is nearly identical to the Mavic Air one, but it lost a few buttons. The function, pause recording and sports mode buttons, plus a shoulder button. Coincidentally, I barely ever used any of them, so it's not a problem for me at all. It also lost the USB port at the bottom, which I also never used. The improvements are that the remote is now slightly smaller, plus the joysticks are better secured now, not just magnetically. The only downside for me is that both the charger and the remote still use micro USB. But hey, you can't have everything. So let's quickly check the drone itself. Obviously it's tiny, now at just 249 grams. It's actually a feature, even visible on the drone itself. It doesn't need to be registered in the US and UK according to current laws, with still 1 gram to spare. It's smaller than my Huawei P30 Pro or the palm of my hand, which is crazy. It's also smaller than the Spark, the foremost smallest drone by DJI, when folded, as the previous one wasn't foldable at all. The batteries this time come through the back and are covered during the flight. The camera is also covered by a single removable piece of plastic, which is great. Overall, the drone feels much more plasticky, but that's the cost of going under 250 grams. I hope it's still robust enough and doesn't easily fall apart. Finally, the camera is supposed to be fantastic for the size of the drone. It supports recording in up to 2.7K, which is lower than 4K in more professional drones, but much better than the 1080p in the Spark. Thanks to it, you can still use the video from this drone even in 4K videos, as long as you upscale them a bit. It might not have the resolution, frame rates or dynamic range of the most advanced drones, but as they say, the best camera is the one you have on you, and you can literally put this drone into your pocket. I'm sure it will be fantastic for anyone who travels a lot. The gimbal, similarly to past DJI drones, is a 3-axis one, so the image should be very stable. It also has many of the camera modes from the bigger drones. I can't wait to test it properly, so expect some footage from my future trips to Miami and Mexico soon. Okay, let's quickly test it out and pair it with the remote and my phone. I got a 64GB micro SD card from the DJI store, so I'll just plug it into the SD card slot. You need to download the DJI Fly app on your phone. The app is again different from the one for Mavic Air and Pro, as well as the one for Osmo. Each product uses a different app. Then, once you've installed it and watched a quick video demonstrating the drone, you can give the app the correct permissions and either register with DJI or log into your existing account. Then, unfold the arms on the remote, connect the joysticks, and find the right cable. In my case, the USB-C one. Plug it into the micro USB socket on the side and pass it through the arm. You can then plug it into your phone's USB or Lightning port and switch the remote on. Then, ensure that you have charged your drone batteries as they arrive empty. Put your battery in, remove the gimbal protector, and turn on the drone to the satisfying DJI sound. A few clicks in the app, a quick binding process, and it's done. Your drone is now activated. You're now ready to fly. Alright, this last part is rather optional. I decided that since the drone is so tiny, it would be a great idea to test it on my rather small desk. I assumed it would just go up a few inches, float, and land where it started. Well, I was wrong. I decided to fly up and backwards, hitting my spare monitor and nicely scratching it, as well as one of the propellers. No regrets though, it was definitely worth it, if only for this footage. So there you have it, the DJI Mavic Mini drone, straight from China. I'm really looking forward to testing it soon, so make sure you subscribe to Tech Travel Geeks to see a full review and some footage in our future videos. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like, as it always helps us. But for now, thanks for watching!
Bye.